Hi, this is Cousin Russ. I have been working on a project that I'm trying to identify who my colonial ancestors were, or who were the first people to immigrate into the colonies. Um, and I think I'm going to share with you how I have done that. There's some decisions that I needed to make going in, but let me see if I can't talk through that. All right, so this is the Family Tree Maker uh, user or plan workspace. And what I have done on the right-hand side here is to record the a state that we know it today, what its previous name was, and the date when it became a state. For an example, Connecticut used to be called the Connecticut Colony, and it became a state on January 9th, 1788. That data came from Wikipedia, and there's a really neat chart on how to find that. So I know by date whether it was a state or it was a colony. Now, let me show you an example, and I'll go to the people workspace, and this is Captain John on the right hand side of this page, and let me get over there so you can see that. Hold on a second. Having a little trouble this morning. So on the right hand side of the page, you will see that there we go. Finally, if you see on the right hand side of the page that he was born in England and he died in Annapolis in 1701. Now, Maryland was not a state at that point in time. It was still a colony. And I want to record that. But I don't want to lose the map feature. So let me go to the person tab. And what I have done is double enter the location. So you can see that I have two entries for his death, and that is 1701, Annapolis, province of Maryland, and Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, Maryland. Now, they're both the same place, and it is a double entry. Now, you can tell the difference by where I got the information from. You'll see that I got the information from the same place, except that I forgot to do something here. Oh, I'm going to fix that right here. So this is my live database. So I have double entered the death location because I want to keep a hold of the map feature. But in his planned workspace, the preferred date, preferred death fact is the historical place name, and I have an alternate death fact as the current place name. Now, the impact of that is on the places workspace. So I'm going to go to work backwards a little bit. So here's Annapolis, and this place name has been resolved. So this is the correct place, and you can see in the upper right hand corner that it says Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, Maryland. Now I'm going to go up here. Now, if you're used to Family Tree Maker, you know that stuff that is not sorted by states is not resolved. There'll be a question mark by all of these locations. Let me zoom back out so you can see what I'm saying. There we go. Now, I'm going to go up to Annapolis, province of Maryland. So this is its historical place name, and the pinpoint is right exactly where it belongs. It doesn't always end up that way using a historical place name. So that's why I choose the double entry, so I can get the exact place name on the map. Now, this case, it happens to be that it is the correct place for the pin, but I have the historical place name of Annapolis, province of Maryland, the historical place, and in fact, I had two people who are buried there, or died there, and that is Captain John and his wife Sarah. Now, this is, remember the burial. Let me go back here. The burial place I have always kept as the current place name or resolved place name, not historic. Reason for that is it still exists. Province of Maryland doesn't, and that Anne Arundel County, Maryland does exist. So I double entered the birth, marriage, and death information, but I did not double enter the burial because the place still exists. Now, so what that's Captain John, but let me figure out how to identify everybody who had that. So I'm going to use the filter feature. This is the tree view, people workspace, tree tab. I'm going to click on filter. Now, when I clicked on filter, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see this. This is list of everybody in the tree. So I want to filter in birthplace contains the word England. Now, there are many locations in England in my database. I don't care about all the closer place names. All I care if the place name contains the word England. So I'm going to click OK. It tells me I have 29 people who were born in England. Now, if I were to go and show you that, you would see a list of people who were born in England. But I want to filter out some of those names. I want to filter out anybody whose death place contains England. So I don't want, there may be somebody in this database who in fact died in England, and I want to get rid of them from my list. So I did, and my count went from 29 to 28. Now, if I don't have a death date, I'm going to leave the place with the current place name. So I'm going to filter out if the death place contains USA, because USA will be a resolved place name. And I'm going to click OK, and I got rid of one more person. What if I don't know where they died? I'm going to click filter out, place, and is blank. So anybody whose death place I don't know, I'm going to exclude, and I click OK, and I'm now down to 26 people. I click OK, and these are the 26 people who were born in England and died in the death place is the Colony. So there you go. Elizabeth was born in Greater London, England, and she died in Groton, Massachusetts Bay Colony. So I think that's pretty cool, where I can identify in this database that I've got 26 ancestors who were born in England and died in the colonies. So that is how I identify who my colonial ancestors are. If you have any questions, please leave a comment on the blog post or in the Google Plus community. Thank you, and have a great day.